Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Whatever time of day it is in your part of the world, I'd like to welcome you once again to another amazing conversation, this time with a business owner and one of my favorite companies to support. He's with us today, Pied Out Cookies. Tell the people hello, my brother.
What's going on, Sid? What's up, world? How y'all doing? Good to be here. Indie Friendly is one of our favorite places to be in. We always feel the love there. So appreciate you for having me.
No problem. It's always an honor and a pleasure. So let me let the audience know a little bit about your company because I know about it, man. I done bought the cookies. These cookies have saved my life. And I mean that. I told you this before. But Pied Out cookies, man, are one of the softer cookies that you could ever eat, and it has real fruit in it. And when I first tasted this cookie, I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten anything all day. We were doing the show all day and all night long. And they had ran out of food, bro. And the caterer we had, or the food vendor we had, I should say, that day had ran out of food. And the only thing I had to eat, bro, was pied out cookies, bro. And it got me through the rest of that night. It was like a 4-pack. Man, tell the people how you get this cookie to taste the way it does, bro. The floor is yours.
Honestly, it was really through just trying to have a product. We have a catering company, my wife and I, 57 Flavors Catering, and basically, we wanted to move into a space where we could sell a product and be able to build that product to be able to actually sell in stores and not have to be on site all the time. We kept trying to come up with stuff, and we came up with peach cobbler because she likes like desserts for all her meals. So she wanted like a peach cobbler waffle. We did that. And then we were like, well, you can't really travel with that as well. So she was like, how about a cookie? I'm like, okay. I started working with peaches, and of course, peaches are very moist. So that was like a very interesting time because it was a lot of failure. But I finally got a consistent cookie. And then after that, we were rolling with that. And then we wanted to do a Black Market Houston. We were like, man, we need more than just one flavor. So then we did pecan pie, and we also did apple pie at the time. And then we also said, well, some people just want regular cookies. So then we said, well, we'll do this to be different. All of our regular cookies will be vegan friendly. So that's kind of how the company came together. At first, it was just under 57 flavors. Then, of course, it's all about branding. So, we came up with the name Pied Out, and then here we are now, where we're in a position to really grow our business. Other than coronavirus just jumping in and kind of hating on the game, but we're really in a good position now to be able to grow our company and have something pretty, I guess, pretty niche, if you would say.
Well, I like the way you stated that you pretty much went through a trial and error period. So you figured out what worked, and by finding out what didn't work. And bro, I'm glad that you kept going because what you have I'm telling y'all, look, man, I wouldn't say this if I didn't believe it, man. I really wouldn't. And I'm not even a pastry sweets kind of guy, not a lot. Okay, so how did um how did you start your culinary journey? What is your background? Did you go to culinary school, or is this just homegrown good cooking?
To be honest, I graduated from the University of Oklahoma with an accounting degree. But I've always loved cooking. But I took my parents' advice and got a solid career with regard to accounting. But then you come to a point to determine what you really want to do. And I kind of got pushed into being a caterer I always say my sister-in-law, her daughter was having a baby shower, and she just sprung it on us when we were visiting. Like, I want the mom to do the food. So that's kind of how that started. I always liked cooking, but it kind of I had to be forced into it. And then when I went into it, I was like, well, I might as well, try to perfect my craft and really study and really understand food, understand flavors, understand different dietary needs, all that type stuff. So I guess it came from just being young, being a latchkey kid, my parents working 2 or 3 jobs, learning how to cook, teaching myself how to cook, watching food shows, being around my grandmothers, and just picking up things from everybody, my mother, grandmother, brothers, everybody have some favorite dish. And I always just like to put it in my memory bank. So then when I create my dishes, I'll take a dish and I'll put my spin on it based on the flavors that I like. So that's kind of how it came. Just loving to cook. And from doing that, people knowing that I could cook, people just wanting me to cook for them. And then me wanting to actually have more than just being a caterer, and actually have, a company and an asset and a product, intellectual property, all that. I mean, I'm sure you understand that, having the intellectual property. So that's kind of how it just kind of rolled into this. We actually, just real quick, we actually came up with a seasoning as well, just from having the catering company. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. Just one thing keeps rolling into another. Every time somebody mentions something, I kind of keep it in my memory bank until I can sit back and think, does this work for us? And then I try to do it. So
Okay, well, show that seasoning again, and also go through some of the products that you have with you today so that the audience can see exactly some of what you offer.
okay, so this is we call it the 58 flavor. Our catering company is 57 flavors catering. So we came up with a pretty crafty title, 58 flavor. Like, this is the next level. This season is on another level. So right now we have mild, and then we have a low sodium. So that's our seasoning that we're literally launching September 23rd. We're doing pre-orders now for that. And then the cookies, the thing that people really love, really come for,
Yes, sir.
kind of entrenched in. This is the I have right here the pecan pie cookie. So now, you said 4 packs, we put them in 2 packs. So that's another thing, like just taking feedback. Some people are like, man, I don't want all those cookies, and things like that when they want to purchase. So trying to put them in a 2-pack, trying to have a sealed packaging, all that good stuff, so they can last and be fresh longer. But yeah, here are the pecan pie cookies. The flavors we have are pecan pie, peach cobbler, strawberry shortcake, pineapple upside down. And then we also have a keto-friendly cookie, which is an almond cookie. And then we have a gluten-free cookie, which is a German chocolate cookie. So that's what we do. And then on the weekends, we have, we flip between different items. Like, we got cinnamon rolls. So we got these cinnamon rolls, and they are vegan-friendly. And then we also do a peach cobbler waffle sundae. So we went back to the peach cobbler waffles and were able to, kind of do that. And that really came from COVID, just, trying to have, an attraction, draw people. And we saw that people like made to order food, made to order desserts, along with the cookies and stuff. So those are the products that we currently have and that we're really pushing.
Man, you have an extensive menu, and that's just on the dessert side. And you still are actively catering right now, right?
Yes. Yeah. Of course, it slowed down a little bit. That's kind of why we did the seasoning, just because people are cooking more at home just because of these times. So we can still give them a taste of our food through a bottle seasoning. But yeah, we still have the catering company. We're still available. Our website for everything is 57flavors.com. We have a shop. We have a blog. We do YouTube videos, cooking tips, recipes, all that good stuff.
So let's touch on a little bit about entrepreneurship. So, of course, you are more than a chef or a cook or a person who makes things. This is an actual business. And as you mentioned, you have a background in accounting. So, what does it feel like And what are some of the responsibilities of entrepreneurship? What does it feel like to take control of your own destiny and determine your own income, and also hire other people and affect their livelihood in a positive way? Speak a little bit about that.
In these times, especially, I mean, overall, it feels great. But in these times, especially, I mean, it feels like when I was working in corporate America, it was a mindset of you doing everything for your company to push your company to the top. And I'm taking that same mindset and I'm being able to invest in my company in that way. Um, Now, I will say the downside of it is that everything is on you with regard to how much you make, how hard you push. Um, it's a daily grind. Sometimes it's late hours, long hours, and like you said, not being able to eat sometimes. Like it's a lot of things that come with it, but the benefit of knowing I can pass something to my daughter, and if she does not choose to be in this field, she can sell it, and that will be the benefit of the legacy that we will leave to our family. And just another thing, having another source, like you said, as far as like employing people and having another, and this is just my perspective, but having another black business is very important. Just because the dollar circulates based on who we're paying, who we're giving our money to. So the more viable businesses that are available, the more money that can circulate. So it feels amazing to me. I'm originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, which, a lot of people, I guess, currently it's been a big thing about, the Tulsa Race Massacre, Tulsa Race Riots, 1921. So it really feels good to me to be from that place and then have the mindset of we're going to do for self. Not that, you know, um, having a job is a bad thing. It's a great thing, because you're taking care of your family. But I believe that everybody should own something, big, small, invest, whatever. You should own something because for our community to really grow and to really sustain itself, we'll need to circulate our dollars.
I couldn't agree more, bro. I couldn't agree more. And I'm a big believer in that, owning something, whether it's something tangible or something digital. In this day and age, digital real estate is really the future of ownership for a lot of people. And we do need to own something. And if you don't own anything, then you can really make no decisions about the area around you or what affects your life. You'll be very limited. So that's a great message. So what does it take to get that mindset? Was there an inspiration? Did your parents teach you how to do for yourself and encourage you to get on the path of entrepreneurship? Or is this just something that you realized that you had to do in your adult life?
I think it was a little bit of my family, like little drops here and there. I know when I would get a job or I moved to a job or whatever, my brother would always ask, like, is this something that you really want to do? Is this a vertical move? Things like that to always make me think like, don't be content with the status quo and have an understanding of where you really want to be. And then my mother, she was an entrepreneur. My granny was a candy lady, so going from my granny being the neighborhood candy lady to my mother, she had like a cleaning business when she was younger and things like that. So she would always say like, you should get your little food business, or it was this, a house in our area where I grew up. It was this big white house, but it was abandoned. She was like, you should get your real estate license and we could buy that house and we could have like a 24-hour daycare thing, this, that, the other. So she was always like thinking of things to do. So it always kept me in that mindset. But when I got older, it was really based on, when you're dealing with layoffs and you're dealing with trying to ascend in accounting. In my experience, black males in accounting is pretty rare. Every company I'm at, I'm either the only black male or the only black person at all, especially in the department. So trying to climb that ladder, trying to have people share your same perspective and all that good stuff really made me think like, how how can I be impactful if with the company if someone doesn't even share my same perspective and have an understanding of what I bring to the table. So that kind of forced me into thinking like, man, should I own a business? And it's all the thoughts like, how do you own a business? Like, what do I need? Do I have this? Do I have that? And it, to be honest, like some people may not be ready. I don't think that I was all the way ready, you know, just because it's so much stuff that you'll learn in the transition. But at the end of the day, that's where I want to be. So, but yeah, that's kind of, it's slowly having droplets of my family members and things like that, just kind of always having me think about what my next move was. And then when I got older, it's just like, I want to have an impact in this way, in this place, and not be, I guess, not be held into one box and somebody determine when I get my promotion, how much my bonus is going to be, how much my raise is going to be. I could, you know, I worked in tax early and we would have like 75-hour weeks. And then we have like a little small bonus. And it's like, well, we didn't make as much this year. And it's like, I could put 75 hours into my business and I may not even make in a year what I made there, but that's 75 hours. In 5 years, that time that I spent will grow to something, you know? So that's kind of how my mindset shifted just based on kind of having people. I don't like people making determinations of what they think, how much they think I'm worth. So.
Well, man, I can definitely assure you that you are on the right track with your entrepreneurship, because not only did you step out on faith and start a business, you actually have a great product. And a lot of times, people want you to support them just because you know them or just because it's a black business. But brother, you have a green business with a product that anybody would love and appreciate. And that's one of the things. That's why I wanted to speak with you, bro, is because it's not that often that you actually know people with a product at the level of yours. And like, man, I could eat a dozen cookies, bro. Like, I'm serious. At one time, I could eat a dozen cookies, bro, with a bottle of water. And man, that'd be my dinner, man. For real. So I just want to say thank you for putting the time and the effort into your product to make it worth something and to make it have that appeal to where you can actually compete with any cookie, bro. So, and thank you for sharing your entrepreneurial mind with the audience, because I think many of us need to hear that. And if we have already heard it, we need to hear it again. So thank you for that. So again, let the people know where they can follow you and what do you have coming up soon. Is there anything? I know you said you're launching your seasoning in September, but is there anything else that we need to look forward to so that we can support you in that endeavor as well?
I just kind of decided to be more, have a presence more in the Heights. Things are kind of opening back up. So I'm in the Heights twice a month at a thing called State of Mind. It's 2632 North Durham. So twice a month, I'll be in that area selling cookies, selling cinnamon rolls. Also, you know, our online store where we have everything because we ship our cookies, we ship our seasoning, www.57flavors.com. You can just go to the shop. So those are the kind of things that I'm working on now. I'm doing wholesaling. So of course I can't talk about the companies that I'm dealing with, but I might be, you know, our cookies may be in some of your favorite products coming here soon, and dealing with other small businesses, Black entrepreneurs to kind of uplift each other. It's been great. I also wanted to say something to you, Sid. I appreciate you for doing all that you do, and especially with Indie Friendly. It gave us another outlet. It gave us, as far as our target market, more people to actually taste our products, love our products, and you gave a lot of people an avenue. People who are creators, people who want their music to touch broader audiences. Man, I really appreciate the hard work that you put in to put on great events. Because, like you said, just like with products, like everybody who I've been to some things where I'm a vendor, and it's like you're forgotten about. Like you just sat in the corner. You always make sure that everybody knows where we're at. You make sure that the audience is giving great energy for the artists so they can do their best performance and put their best foot forward. And man, if you, I just know as an entrepreneur, if you ever have a time where you like, man, is this really working? I just want to tell you it is. And Pied Out Cookies, 57 flavors. We appreciate you, man. We really do.
Oh, well, thank you so much, bro. That warms my heart to hear you say that, because I have to admit, man, all of the hard work that I put in, sometimes I do get discouraged, and sometimes I have to remind myself why I'm doing this, because of course there's not a lot of money that I've received to do it. At our events, everybody made more money than me. I used to leave, bro, with $20 sometimes, man. But the joy that I received from seeing the smile on an artist's face after he got off that stage to a roaring applause, or the emails that I get from vendors saying that they completely sold out of their product. Like, that's what really brings me joy, and it's a pleasure to build relationships with people that goes beyond business and beyond art. And I've had the opportunity to do that. So thank you for your gratitude, bro. And I needed that reminder, from you, because sometimes I can forget about the value that comes with a platform like this. So thank you, bro. I really appreciate those kind words. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I know how it is, man. You're pushing towards the top, and I think Indie Friendly, we like to align ourselves with things that we know can grow, and I think Indie Friendly can just grow because everybody out here, in some way, shape, or form, is an artist, man. Like, I think I can rap. I'll never put out anything. Everybody, that everybody has an art form, and your outlet is amazing. I remember it was one person, she was amazing, and that was like her first performance. And it's like,
yeah.
where else would you go and have an actual audience? You know what I mean? An actual stage, everything is, so yeah. Definitely, yeah. Those words are definitely genuine and from the heart, because you're doing a lot for a lot of people who may not know how to do it for themselves right now. So.
Well, that's what I definitely want to do and want to continue to do as long as I possibly can. So thanks again for those kind words, bro. So you all Pied Out Cookies, 57 flavors catering. Do you still deliver, bro?
Well, for the food, we do deliver. For the cookies, we don't deliver just because dealing with COVID, it makes it easier to ship. So we do ship within the city. But I will say this: if you mention Indie Friendly, I'll get it to you. Anybody who hits us up and mentions Indie Friendly, we'll get it to you definitely. So
you heard it. You mentioned Indie Friendly, you get a delivery. So make sure you hit him up and tell him Indie Friendly sent you. Man, I appreciate that. I got my own like coupon code or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. Well, thank you so much for joining us, brother. And you can give them your real name if you want to, but I think it's important that they know Pied Out Cookies. But if you want to share that with them, then go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Damon Jackson, owner of Pied Out Cookies, at Pied Out Cookies on Instagram, Facebook, Pied Out Cookies. Also 57 Flavors at 57 Flavors Eats, EATS. So 57 Flavors with the S on the end, EATS is the Instagram handle, and 57 Flavors is the Facebook handle. Like I said, once again, 57flavors.com is where you can get everything with regard to 57 Flavors and Pied Out Cookies. And also free stuff. If you want to just see a video of how to cook a certain thing, come check us out.
So there's a lot that he's offering to you all on his website. So make sure that you check him out. 57 Flavors and Pied Out Cookies. Thank you so much, bro. I look forward to whatever you're doing in the future. And if there's any way that Indie Friendly can support you moving forward, please let us know. We would love to be a part of it, bro. And is there any last word that you would like to leave with the people?
I'm looking forward to the next concert, man. I'll be back there hype. I forget that I'm selling stuff. I'm like, man, I'm looking forward to the everything to just open back up and the world to bust back open, man. And I'm definitely gonna be at the next concert, man. I love it. So for sure. That's my 2 cents.
Hey, well, you better believe it. Whenever we do get to the point to where we can have another concert, we will definitely have you in the building. So y'all, this has been another amazing conversation with an entrepreneur, y'all. So make sure you check him out. Make sure you follow Indie Friendly on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting conversations such as this. So you all, until next time, peace.